Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 60 of The Wild Beyond here on Thousand Faces TTRPG and presented by Go Buff Yourself. I am Ethan, your dungeon master, as always, and I am joined by our 5 remaining members of the Wild Things. We have Bodie being played by Lauren, Wraught being played by Joe, Melon by Morgan, Otto by Mav, and Kieren by Sarah. Before we jump into tonight's episode, I think I just got like 3 really quick housekeeping announcements to go through. First of all, this is an 18+ stream. Pretty much all of our TTRPG streams are, just because I have a very hard time not cursing sometimes, especially in character. But also for content, drug use, legal, in and out of game, all of that. If there need to be specific content warnings, please check the episode description. If it's in the podcast, I'll try to have timestamps there. That's announcement 1. Announcement 2, speaking of the podcast, you can listen to it anywhere. Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, YouTube, anywhere you get podcasts, you can listen to Go Buff Yourself. You can listen to past episodes of this campaign, City of the Crimson Tower, and my current obsession and huge time sink, the Lords of Sin episodes, where episode 7 of that just dropped on Thursday. Get your tissues. It's a sad one. Shocking for that campaign. Third one. We are in the process, it is open right now, but we're in the process of getting a Patreon rolling. This is just to support the cost of the podcast. If you want to say, hey, you're doing a good job, you can go check out Go Buff Yourself on Patreon. There's really only one tier. Technically, there is another one, but that's just if you feel like being extra. But there's really only one tier. It's $5. Gets you access to previews of art, behind the scenes stuff like our decompresses that are going to be going up there from after sessions. It's small, it's tiny, but if you feel like supporting the stream, every little bit helps. It helps me pay for soundboards and music. So, yeah. I think those are all of my announcements. Anyone think of anything I missed?
You're a wonderful man, and we love you so much.
Take a luck point. There we go.
Fuck yeah.
Didn't even have to tap into my vanity for that luck point. All right, let's go ahead and run that intro video so that we can get into session 60 of The Wild Beyond. We are back. When we were last with the Wild Things, you all had left the fields of spring behind you. Leafystone in hand, you passed through the barrier that separated the fields of spring from this other part of the Feywild known as Yawn. Before even arriving, you knew that Yawn was a wintry landscape, very cold, home of a number of winter eladrin, and also home of the Winter Court, one of the courts of the Fey that is led by one Queen Mab. You all passed through this barrier and were immediately met by vast, frozen expanse. Far in the distance, stormy mountains could be seen, and clutching onto one of those peaks, a castle, vast, grand, and distant. With nothing but traveling in front of you, you all traveled. making your way across a vast winter tundra. You saw wildlife here and there. Then you came across a small herd of reindeer. And as you started to approach with Kieren having Speak with Animals cast from Melon, the herd was fallen upon by a pack of wolves. Some of the pack gave chase to the reindeer, but the others turned their focus on you. And so you had to deal with some pretty vicious Arctic wolves, but managed to put them down and survive the encounter.
I call it requiring a tactical retreat.
Yes, a tactical retreat indeed, as you blaze past Melon! And so a quick little battle ensued with these wolves, but you all came out victorious. You traveled a little bit more and eventually came across a trail of blood that you followed and found led to a mangled corpse of a Winter Eladrin woman. Her body mangled, broken, and several large lacerations, bigger than could have been caused by the sharp nails and claws of those wolves. Something else did this. Managed to find a couple items of interest on the body. There was a nice ring inlaid with white opal on her left hand. You also found a set of boots of the Winterlands, some magical boots that Wraught took that make walking on snow and dealing with cold a little bit easier, which is a nice thing because it is really, really cold out here.
I'm Lizard Legolas, y'all.
Like, it's not fun to be walking around out here, even as prepared as you were with heavy winter clothes. It's still biting. And we left with, for the first time in your memory being in the Feywild, night falling. Because when you were in Hither, the sun was perpetually in twilight, in Fields of Spring perpetual noon. Here, the sun does seem to travel, even though the sky is constantly darkened with heavy storm clouds. You all spotted a cave and began to make your way there. That was where we left off. We pick up with you all inside the cave. Fire having been made. Looking around in here, this cave has obviously been used for shelter by wildlife. There is scat, bones, claw markings that give it away, clumps of fur where a bear has scratched themselves and the fur clump just stayed there. But it does not seem occupied now. And so you all head in. Is there anything you all would be doing while you're in here?
Do we have any, of the wolf pelts, or were there any bits left
If
after Juniper
memory
kind of had her
serves-
way with them?
Oh, yes, great reminder that Juniper is also with you. But if memory serves, you managed to collect one good full pelt sample. The other wolf bodies got pretty badly mangled for one reason or another.
One of them disintegrated, kinda.
And Juniper ate one, and we were able to get a fair amount of meat from one of them as well.
Mm-hmm.
Otto, what was your hand?
Oh, I was just reminding y'all that I had the wolf pelt in my bag. Mm-hmm.
But that's great for all the other stuff in your bag.
It's cold.
Cool. Yeah.
I was just wondering if it's big enough for us to kind of partially block the entrance with it, so that maybe the light from our fire can't be seen from the outside.
You could certainly use it to obscure part of it. It's not big enough to cover the whole cave mouth. That would be a pretty big pelt, but you could definitely.
But I'll
minimize some
combine
of
it
the
with
light.
my bedroll blanket kind of thing
Yeah.
to just tack it up as
100%.
a windbreak / visual barrier.
That makes a ton of sense to me.
Wait, you want to put up a freshly carved up wolf pelt that still has little bits and pieces of meat and blood and stuff up in front of a cave that we want to protect ourselves from and hide from?
It's frozen solid. Who's gonna smell that?
It's still fresh.
Yeah, y'all just carved that off.
What, you want to lick it? You want to roll on it? Would you like to go out
I
and
do.
mark your territory?
No. You were literally a predator at one point in time. Wouldn't you come and eat that by smelling that?
Skin?
Melon would. Melon
Yeah, I
would.
would. What? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Oh
would.
my god, I have magic now. I'm gonna use prestidigitation several times in order to clean this pelt.
Easily done. It is
Okay.
like all the little bits and blood that was still on there. You
Pulling
managed
in.
to just few passes over and no more smell of fresh blood. None of that. Not a tanned pelt yet. You can't do that. But it is as clean and scent-free as you are able to get. And hello, Raiders! Thank you all so much for dropping in. If you are here with the raid, please remember to refresh your stream so that it actually counts. And if you like what you see at any point, hit that follow button. That's all.
We
We're
love
getting back into the
each and
game.
every one of you.
We love you.
Recede back into DM persona.
All right.
So yeah, there's that.
Can I get a boost, please?
I'll give him uppies.
Yay. And hooks it up there. All right.
I don't mind taking first watch. I'm actually feeling pretty good about myself and these cool new shoes.
Nothing like a fresh new pair of kicks to make you feel like you could take on the world.
I do like a little wiggle dance where I'm just up on my toes and kind of jiggling around a little bit.
New boot goofing.
This is the only one with shoes on.
My toes stick out. They're more like sandals. These are my winter Uggs.
No.
As you all have made a fire, made a windbreak between blankets and pelt and all of that to make it so that not too much of the light gets out, but there's enough so that the smoke can slowly stream out so you all don't choke out. Is there anything you all would be wanting to do or say over the course of the evening before you all do take your shifts and take your rests?
I would like to talk with Melon. So,
Oh,
as we're getting settled down for the night, and Melon's probably hunkered down next to the fire, Kai's gonna sit down next to him, kind of shuffle up because he is a, fancy space heater by virtue of being a giant lion man, and reach up and grab one of his ears and not like yank it like Wraught does, but like pull it with intent down towards his mouth. If you throw yourself into a wolf's mouth again, I will save the wolf the trouble and kill you myself. Because don't leave me alone with her.
but I didn't die.
Grabs ear again. You almost did, fucker!
Don't remember that.
I don't remember.
Just
that.
because you didn't inherit any of the brain cells of the three of us does not mean that you are brain dead. You have a memory longer than a goldfish. For the love of God, don't leave me here alone, please.
I mean, I think I might have just been a little hungry for the kill, I guess, is words.
We are not a giant three-headed monster anymore. Sometimes these things are going to be a little bit bigger than us. Mortality is a thing now, so please.
Oh no, we died, we came back. Why wouldn't it happen again?
That's a terrifying thought, and I'd rather not figure out what's on the other side of it. We good? Please don't die. Please.
I will never die.
Great. Glad we have this talk.
You're immortal until you're not.
That's the lesson that Melon took from this warning was I will never die.
No, never die.
Anything else anyone would be wanting to do tonight?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and suck myself into my shell and hope that Juniper sits on me like an egg and keep me warm. Because fuck, it is cold.
Juniper the owlbear, when you all came in here, immediately started sniffing around. Definitely noticed the previous animal sign that was in here. Gave everything its thorough sniffing. But once she was satisfied that it seemed like none of the previous occupants were here, she had curled up well before anyone. So you just walk over and nuzzle up next to her and suck in, and yeah, next to a giant feathered and furred owlbear, that body heat, you're cozy. Especially now here in the cave, the wind not quite reaching you as much, only the occasional gust that pushes the blanket at the mouth of the cave, sending some snow spilling into where you are. Other than that, it's almost cozy.
We'll put on a pot of wolf meat stew for dinner.
And I'm an idiot and just realized I never had Kenku come into the chat. Get ready for sound effects.
There they are. They sound so good.
Ugh, now I'm chilly again.
Now the cold hits. All right, cool. Who opened the door?
Whoops, sorry, just ducking
Sorry.
out.
No, I had to go pee.
I'll be out there with my single monocle on, scanning the darkness.
Make me a perception check as you step out.
Oh shit. (14 plus 2 for a 16.
16. In the distance, you see occasional wildlife. A small little Arctic fox. A hare moving in and out of the snow nearby. But your eyes get drawn back towards that mountain range and that dark, imposing castle of ice and stone. And through your conversations with people in the Fields of Spring talking about Yon, you'd heard the name of the seat of power of Queen Mab in the Winter Court as Arctis Tor. It must be that. It feels so far away now with how... Well, to you the cold isn't too bad at this moment, but...
I'm feeling pretty okay.
just this endless landscape of ice and snow and rock.
Well, I hope that she likes this ragtag group of performers. Guess we'll see.
Yeah, Otto.
So Otto's just checking in with Gideon, making sure he's okay, and everything, and all that, getting him ready for bed, pretty much.
Can you remind me and everyone listening how Gideon, the awakened bush, is currently dressed?
So he learned how to walk on two. He's grown legs. He has legs now.
I mean, basically, it's almost like it's like a bonsai. Like, you know how you can kind of curate the way it grows because he's been wearing shorts. His roots have kind of grown into leg style patterns
and shirts. He has arms. So what I've done for him is given him a giant puffer jacket, per se, to where he looks like a starfish in his little jacket with the face cut out, and he's just moving.
Again, I just see Maggie Simpson.
Yes, pretty much.
But just where the face is, there's just a bramble of like branches, which is
Yep.
kind of horrifying, but also adorable. As
It's Brandy from Christmas Story.
as Gideon
Yes.
has just kind of posted up in here, because Gideon is, while an awakened bush, is still a bush, still a plant, and standing still for long periods of time is the norm. And so just once, as you all are getting settled in, he just kind of, in his puff jacket, has been standing.
He's tree posing.
Yes. Yes, that's what my boy does. Well, this is kind of your first adventure, per se, in a new world. How are you feeling, bud?
Not bad. You know, I know you all were a little nervous about this place, but it's pretty. There's lots of that, what'd you call it? The white stuff.
Snow.
Snow! There's lots of that.
There's various different white stuff, but this one's snow.
Snow! Oh, there's more. Oh, there's so much to learn.
We're also gonna figure out. I have this too, and he just kind of pulls out what is quintessentially plant food,
Okay.
and then
Like fertilizer?
mhm.
Yeah. I mean, you
And
could easily have
wait a
some
minute.
of that. Yeah.
Nope, not done yet, and a piece of the wolf steak. So, I'm gonna give this to you, and I just want to know what you prefer to eat,
What is it?
because I would like one is plant food and one is food like we eat, like non-plant people eat.
Oh. And just kind of shuffles over in the snowsuit to where you put the fertilizer and the little chunk of meat, and just kind of bends at the quote-unquote waist to, like, putting his face kind of in both. Ugh, when he sniffs the second one. That smells weird. Is that what
Okay,
it is?
thank
Hold on,
God.
hold on. How do I know what that is?
No.
Hold on. Smells. How did I know that? What is smell? It smells weird, though. I don't know what smell is, but I know it smells weird.
Okay, that's meat. That's cooked meat. And I'm very happy that you can smell things, because that's takes out a book and starts, okay,
Yeah, this
that's
is new. There's, like, things have, like, this, when I get near them and I, like, do that whole thing, like, I can, it makes, like, thoughts in my mind. Is that normal?
Huh.
Am I broken? Did I do something
No,
wrong?
you're not broken at all. No, you did nothing wrong. That's very good. Like, that's stuff that we can do. We can smell things, we can touch things, we can feel things.
You do this all the
We
time?
also can
What do I
eat
smell
things.
like?
Actually, you know what? I've never.
Gideon, are you sure you're not a Venus flytrap?
What's that?
Never mind.
Okay.
Okay, well, you smell like berries.
Is it good?
Oh, that's a great scent.
Oh,
People
Good
love
to know.
berries, so yeah, it's a pleasant scent.
yeah, that stuff, and like with one of his quote unquote feet just kind of kicks at the little chunk of meat. That smelled weird.
Good, because that's what people eat. We eat that.
Oh, you can keep that. I'll take this though. And just kind
Okay,
of like
there you
shuffles
go.
over to the fertilizer, and because he's in full snowsuit, the only way he can access it is he kind of like belly flops onto the ground and just lays his face down in the fertilizer so that he's able to slowly absorb some of it. I'll be down here for a little bit if you need me. You're gonna take me
All
a
right,
minute.
bud. Okay, just don't choke.
What's that?
Melon cat.
Oh,
Gideon's catchphrase.
honestly,
As long as it doesn't become feed me, Seymour.
Yep, that's all that matters. I wanted to test that.
oh, the moment Mav took the meat away, I had my eyes on it, just like, what's he doing with that?
I'm just gonna throw it back at him.
Just like out of Sandlot where the dog jumps over the fence. It's just Melon out of nowhere.
100%. Fully ready for it.
All right. rest of the evening. Anything else before y'all start taking watches and take your long rest?
You know, Ethan,
take
if
last
I
one.
had a nickel for every time I ended up in the winter wasteland with a sentient plant who smelled like berries and also wore clothes, I would actually have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it's happened twice.
Specifically in your games.
And you all gave Gideon a more original name than you gave the other awakened bush, Barry.
He named himself.
He named
He could
himself.
name
That's a
himself.
good name.
I vote Jebri.
So, anything else you all would like to be doing for tonight?
I'll take last watch as
Okay.
needed.
Cool.
Ethan, I was looking through my inventory and I realized I have 2 things that I never actually investigated after finding them in the Snark Cave.
Okay. What things?
I have a random 100-sided dice-like object and a corked jar full of glowing worms.
We did figure out what the glowing worms were. Yeah, they attune to people's emotions and stuff.
Gotcha. And I don't think we looked at the die thing. Is it just a dice?
Make me an investigation check.
Ah, shit! And since I'm about to rest, I'm going to use Detect Magic with my 1 spell
Okay.
slot.
So that will make things easier. Using Detect Magic, it is non-magical. It is just a...
Damn it.
It's a D100. Could be helpful for some
However-
very entertaining games that you might be able to play with your friends.
Fair. Although granted, now that I've used Detect Magic, are there any unusual magical items in this cave or on our persons? Other than the
Ones
boots?
you know about. No.
Good.
Hey, is that ring that Wraught got giving off any signals?
Nope.
Oh yeah, it kind of the boots or
The ring
No,
does
the
not.
overall
The
ring.
boots
Oh, the ring,
definitely do. But the boots do. Or
Stop
the
looking
ring
at
does
my
not.
feet.
the boots do. I mean, they give off. It's weird with Detect Magic for this. I guess I can do that now because it's looking at your boots. It kind of makes me think I'm tasting like chili peppers, but only like in the back of my nose. And it's kind of fizzy at the same time.
You just
So without
hear-
actually tasting anything. Jebri, do not. No,
You
sorry,
ju-
not Jebri. Gideon, do
Yep.
not listen to that because I don't need to confuse you.
All you hear is muffled. That's called smell.
I think it's called
Right.
taste, but you haven't got there yet.
What's that?
Exactly. Don't worry about it.
Do you even have the mouth hole for taste?
What?
My vote: when he develops a mouth, this is when.
Oh, we
Things
kill
are
him when he
probably-
gets a mouth.
I don't want a mouth. You just hear like as Gideon lifts his head up from the fertilizer, hearing he'll be killed when he gets a mouth. I don't want a mouth. Do I have to
Kid
have a
doesn't want
mouth?
You can
No.
do whatever you want, kid.
Okay. Thump thuds his head back down into the fertilizer.
Wraught is silently dying. She like her whole body is just like convulsing because she's trying not to laugh. It's like a seizure.
Kieren, quick question. As you were investigating things, what mood would you say you are in? What's your general dominant emotion?
Generally upbeat. I mean, he's not freezing because, he's a goat, but he's, nice and bundled up and warm, and everybody in his party is still alive, and, they got through a successful wolf encounter, and they're not dead, so he has very low standards for a good day.
The jar of those, or the flask of those glowing worms, they pulse, not all in the same rhythm, but all of them pulse between yellow and purple.
Oh, this is gonna be helpful.
All right. So, I believe Wraught was taking first watch. Would we just be dividing into 2 watches?
Yeah, I'll take last.
Okay. For 2 watches, yeah, we'll have to divide it that way, but that's no problem. With Wraught taking first as the rest of you settle in to get some sleep. Wraught, could you make me a perception check, please?
In retrospect, I shouldn't have done this because I'm not very good at perception because I'm self-centered.
You took first watch. Proud of you. Character growth.
It's 11 plus 2 for 13.
About 3 hours into your watch, are you keeping watch in the cave or outside of the cave?
I would be keeping watch outside of the cave since I'm kept toasty warm by my magical boots. So she's essentially just plunked herself down next to the opening on one side of it, and the snow kind of blankets her up to the waist. So she's just sitting there, kind of like the corpse that we found earlier, staring into the darkness.
About 3 hours into your watch, the wind starts to grow very strong, and it starts to snow at the same time, the wind carrying it right into your face. It becomes very hard to see as a small blizzard starts to come down around you.
Gross. Start mentally ticking through my spells, trying to figure out if anything might help with this.
Do you stay outside as the blizzard comes, or would you head in for shelter?
There's no point in keeping watch from inside a cave, because as soon as something came in, then everybody knows.
Fair enough.
Fuck. I don't think I have any magic. Obviously, I can't dispel a snowstorm. Well...
Hey, Joe, what about your breath?
I don't need to keep warm. I'm fine. I'm not cold. So, since I don't need to... I have the monocle on. I took it from you. I said that already. I think I would just stay there, but essentially just use minor illusion on myself to make myself look like part of the rock wall, essentially.
No problem.
Just to blend in even more.
By the time you get the feeling that your watch is up, you are almost buried in snow. You're not large. And so when you stand
There's just
up,
some little orange eyes.
we see as Wraught stands up from the snow, like the part waist down breaking off of her, and the stuff that was on top just like falling off. Next watch.
Oh, that was bracing.
I believe that would bring Melon up for next watch.
I'll probably poke my head out. It's like paw at Wraught.
Get your paw off my face. I cannot see. Whap!
Go to bed.
Right to the wall.
Go to bed.
I burrow into Juniper. Like a little gremlin.
I'll probably try and shuffle where I can, where Wraught started. Like, because there's probably going to be like a divot and like some type of a bank built up. Start there. But then like 5 minutes later I get bored and it's like, you know what? I should probably... Castle, yes. We want castle. It was that way. Can I see anything that way to try and start plotting a course? To help it easier tomorrow.
It's very dark outside. You can't see it normally. You can get glimpses of it occasionally when there are lightning strikes that arc across the sky and you can see its silhouette. Go ahead and make me perception or survival. This is going to be with disadvantage because of the blizzard conditions right now.
It's either 16 or it's way better. So it's 16.
16?
The other one was 25.
As you're out here, you have to squint against the wind and the snow, and you can only get glimpses when the sky is lit up, because with the blizzard conditions right now, even with dark vision, you can only see about 30 feet.
That's fine. I've got time, thankfully.
But as you just wait for the lightning strikes, gather some information, the only thing that you can really tell from here is that the direction that you were heading, not too far from where you currently are, maybe another couple hours walk, is what looks like a very, very, very large frozen lake. So that will certainly be something that you will be encountering on your trek tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm just gonna make mental note of that. I was like, all right, we need to make sure that we pass by a lake on our way there, and we're on the right track. And I'm just gonna go back to keeping watch.
Something else you notice while you're out here keeping watch, Melon, as you're exposed to these blizzard conditions, in your mane, you have a number of flowers that have been growing there. As the temperature drops, some of those flowers begin to wilt. But at the same time as they wilt, other small berries come to take their place in your mane. The bright red of holly berries, the pinkish color of snowberry, and the blackish green of chokeberries. All these that survive quite well in this cold environment begin to take root in your
Maybe
mane.
a little pointy leaf of mistletoe.
100%.
Oh, I was meaning like actual ballistic missiles and toes.
You may like mistletoe. Check out my toe missile. Thank you, Futurama. John Goodman voicing Santa Claus. Gotta love it. But yeah, the flowers change in your mane in adapting to the new winter weather here.
Yeah, considering they're still under the effect of that plant growth for like the next year.
How long does plant growth last?
After the channel, 1 year.
Holy hell.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's an
yeah.
8-hour channel.
Yeah, they are definitely still growing. So there's only about 10 minutes when you have no flowers in your mane. The berries, the mistletoe, they all pop into being relatively quickly.
I'm cute as fuck.
And with that, you manage to complete your watch with no further trouble or eventful things that happen. So we'll pick up the next day. Anything you all would be wanting to do before setting out from the cave?
I want to find a nice place to have breakfast, somewhere with a nice coffee service, maybe a dessert cart later.
Okay, cool. Go ahead and make me an investigation check. Fail.
Can I reach into one of my many pockets and pull out like a scrap of some frozen jerky and hand it to Wraught?
Absolutely.
There's a best question that appears outside the cave.
Best question. Take a luck point.
Love that.
I'm sure that wasn't your joke, but I don't care whose it was.
2-point museum.
Go ahead, take a luck point for it anyway. So, anything you all would
I'd like
be doing?
to-
Yeah, Bodie?
I'd like to just bitch about how.
Don't click that.
fucking
I can't
cool
edit it out, girl.
Okay, got it. Bodie would like to slowly retreat from his shell, offer Juniper some love, and then promptly sit by any fire or warm being and just bitch about how cold it is. I don't think I'm fully aware of the severity of the seasonal differences in this particular ecosystem. How are we gonna? It's cold out there. How are we gonna?
I'm starting to realize we are very different reptiles. And I'm gonna lean down and make a really, really sour face like I sucked on a lemon. And take off my shoes.
Oh.
I'm gonna hand them up to Bodie. They'll change size when you put them on. It's okay.
He takes the shoes and he puts on his hand. Does it change size on one of his hands?
No.
You have to put them on your feet.
Nope. Right here, just not gonna fit me. I really appreciate the kind and honest gesture. I really do. But
Bodie,
it
I
just
can use
simply
magic
will
to
not
keep
fit.
myself warm.
What? How do you do that?
By using magic! I'm a magic lizard.
Must be fucking
Lizard.
I will roast you like a turkey.
delicious.
Lizard.
Delicious. Oh, are you sure? And he plops himself on the ground and he puts the shoes on his feet. Oh, holy shit.
As soon as you go to pull them on your feet, they absolutely do resize to fit you, Bodie.
And he gives kind of like a funky face as he kind of kicks his feet back and forth in the shoes on the ground. But what happens if you need your toes out?
Suffer, I guess.
Okay, so suffer in cold oblivion or in dexterous consequence. Okay, I guess I'll be warm. Thank you. Are you?
We can
sure?
always make you some crampons or something.
What does that mean? Oh, the climbing things? Okay, I got it. See, I'm on the same page. Just a little later than you. Okay, thank you. That's really sweet. And he makes eye contact with Otto, and he
Never
gets,
tell
like,
me I'm sweet again. Never say that again. I'm gonna stomp out into the cold.
And he makes eye contact with Otto, and leans to the side as if to say, "Huh."
I guess she does like you.
Like a friend. Got it.
Wraught, as you step outside, by the way, it is so much colder than when you were out here last night, at least according to your perception. Because those boots, the way it's worded, you can tolerate temperatures to 0 with no additional protection. So you could literally be wearing those and be naked and be fine in 0 degrees. Now, always cold.
You hear a very, very tiny, high-pitched scream that's abruptly cut off when she realizes the cold air is getting in her mouth.
Oh, it looks like she figured out the real temperature.
Yep.
Probably on
absolutely.
that note, I
And-
will put her back under the my poncho on my back.
And you all
Okay, he was gonna take the shoes off and give them back, but now he's gonna keep them.
No, I already took them out of my inventory. They're yours now.
You
nice.
all pack up your blankets, your bedrolls, everything you had laid out for camp, and begin to resume travel through this Arctic expanse. Is there anything any of you would be wanting to do in the first 3 or so hours of travel?
Oh, before we do leave out of the cave, I am gonna, inside the cave, mark the wild things were here. Inside the cave.
Got it. We see as you just mark this in the cave as everyone else is packing up, and then you pick up your bag and go running after everyone.
I'll probably try my best to lead us the direction that I verified last night. It's I'll even give Rod to have this kind of tattered wool blanket as a bedroll that I had. It's give it to Rod to wrap around just in case, just to keep Rod even warmer.
After you all have been traveling for a couple hours, the sun through the heavy overcast clouds you can tell is rapidly approaching its zenith. You come across a vast expanse of a frozen lake, the same one that you spotted last night, Melon. It stretches out before you all, blocking your path. The surface of the lake is hard and smooth, the ice glinting in the dreary sunlight. You can see your breath in the air in front of you. The lake, though it stretches far across, and it would take you hours of additional travel to circumvent, is only about 50 feet or so across. So, are we crossing, or are we avoiding?
Well, go ahead.
I'm probably gonna poke at my back for Rod to have them just stick their snoot out from behind. Remember that first winter? Our first winter. Landed on a lake and went through it.
Yeah, blanket lady.
Yeah, I know, but it's still it was really thin ice. It was too warm of a winter. I don't know, I'm getting a bad vibe.
Do you want me to see if I can check and see how thick it is?
If you're up for that.
I'll climb out from under his blanket and get down, maybe I guess to the edge of the lake or river or whatever it is.
Mhm.
Can I use mold earth to try to raise up a part of the ground from under the ice with the idea of trying to push the ice up in a cone so I can see how thick it is?
I mean, but what's underneath the ice is water. It's a
But
lake.
there's earth under the water.
Deep underneath, you have to be able to see it.
Oh yeah, I guess it is that I have to I can see within range. Fuck. Okay.
I am open for creative things, obviously, but it's deeper than 30 feet, and you can't see it through the ice.
I guess I can use Sorcerer's Burst and pick what flavor it is. So, would I be able to just put my claw in and send Sorcerer's Bursts through the ice with the flavor of fire until I can get a little spout of water? And see how thick it is that way?
Oh, sure. Just seeing basically how much ice you have to melt.
Yeah, exactly. Because if it's a foot thick, then I feel pretty good about this.
It's not quite a full foot thick, maybe about 10 inches. I mean, it's a pretty solid block of ice. But it is not...
But we have an owl bear.
Do have an owl bear.
I think it's thick enough if we walk in single file with a bit of a gap between us, we should be fine. Juniper goes last. And Bodie, you go just before Juniper.
Otto.
So who...
Otto reaches into his bag and pulls out rope. So are we going to tie ourselves together when we walk across this thing? So if one of us does fall out, we got a train to pull each other out?
I like that. The whole crazy, awful portal world we were in last time. Yeah, good idea. We may want to go lightest to heaviest, though, so it's if it's the heaviest one that falls in the end, everybody else is able to pull them out.
Oh, I was going to say I can go first, because if it's too heavy for me and it starts feeling weird, I can find a different way.
Oh no, if we know that it's too heavy for Otto, then no one's going to be able to go there.
Yeah, that's true.
You just got to tell me which way to go. That's about it.
You see that way? I try and find some marker in the distance that's not too far off. It's aim for that.
You see his
And
eyes.
there's no
turn dark.
fishing shacks that we can see?
No, none out here. Just vast expanse.
I mean, if it's some pine or just some mound that looks funky.
that you can
type
use
of
as a
thing.
landmark? Absolutely. That's
Yes,
easy.
some marker.
That's easily done.
All right, got it. Search time. Gideon. Bodie, do you mind if Gideon sits on your back?
Oh, please do. This is where my rock is. And he points to a little mushroom cap that's hiding the hot rock.
Gideon
Gideon.
walks over to you in his giant snow suit and just stops in front of you, Bodie, this 1.5 foot tall little bush in a snowsuit.
Is he appeasing me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't worry, little guy. And he's going to take his hands and just place him up there. Cute little starfish bush.
Wraught, do you get back on my packer now?
No, I don't want two of us to go through at once.
Fair.
All right, so what is our marching order?
Your boy first.
Okay.
They'll go behind you, maybe?
If we're going by weight, it would actually probably be Wraught, then Kai,
Got
and
it.
then Melon, Bodie, and then Juniper.
Perfect. I forget my size is quite formidable.
We the dense lads.
So
Do you see yourself as a delicate little angel in your own brain, Bodie?
Oh,
That's
yeah,
because he is.
I am a delicate flower, just barely a leaf on the wind.
as we see Otto tying himself, passing the rope to Wraught, who does the same, then Kieren, then Melon, then Bodie. I assume you're not tying Juniper onto this rope.
No, she would not enjoy that.
So we see the...
Can you just hold it in your mouth?
As you hand the end of the rope after you've tied it, Juniper, even though can't understand what you're saying, understands the gesture and tries as hard as she can to always understand what you're communicating, and grabs the rope with her beak.
A gentle pat on the nose. That's good, yeah. Then I'm gonna go. And he points the other direction and positions himself in line.
The wild things tying themselves together with about a 8 or so foot stretch of rope between them, and starting to cross this large frozen lake. Let's go ahead and take our break. We'll come back with the wild things crossing one of their first environmental challenges while here in Yawn. So don't go anywhere, y'all. We'll be back pretty soon. See you in a few. We're back, y'all. So, our marching order across the frozen lake is Otto, Wraught, Kieren, Melon, Bodie, and then Juniper. So we're going to have to do a series of 2 rounds of checks here for you all crossing the lake. And the order is going to be your marching order instead of an initiative order. Okay? Otto, you start to slide your Harengon feet across the frozen surface of this lake, testing, and then putting your weight. Testing, putting your weight. Slow, conservative, moving across this frozen expanse. Could you please make me an acrobatics check or an athletics check? I'll let you make your choice.
Oh no, I suck at both.
These are physical things.
18 acrobatics.
That is a success. You manage to cross the first 15 or 20 feet, your friends following behind. Wraught, I need the same check from you.
I'm gonna have my wing hands down also, so that I can walk on my feet, but also spread my weight out further by walking on like all 4s, essentially.
Cool.
Kind of like
I'll
a
give you advantage
spider.
for weight distribution here.
Thank fuck, because I'm not good at either of these. Okay, the higher one was a 13 plus 2 for a 15.
Which is the best success range here. So you beat there are multiple ranges here, and you, with a 15 exactly, fell into the most positive. You follow behind where Otto is testing, using your wings to spread your weight out a little bit more. There's a moment where one of your feet starts to slip, but because you're using your wings, you manage to, it's nothing, no problem. Kieren, you're up.
I think because, Kai's got goat hooves, he's gonna have to, slide his hooves across the ice, almost like he's ice skating, so he doesn't just have to keep, lifting up and setting them back down and risk moving. So I did acrobatics check because my athletics is -2.
Yeah, probably gonna be acrobatics.
19!
You continue to slide across. Melon, athletics or acrobatics?
I'm gonna be going with athletics, but since I have a history and I went through the ice one time when I was young, I'm gonna be on all 4s, literally using claws to keep stable if possible.
So here's what I'll do.
Or would you like me to use acrobatics for that?
You can use whichever you would like for that. I'm totally fine. But what I'm going to do is give you a situational +1 because you're still very heavy. So it's not quite enough to give you advantage like it was for Wraught, who weighs almost nothing. But you can have an additional +1.
No, that's fine. It's just, history-wise, I'm concerned about
Makes sense.
Ooh, okay. Thankfully, I have a +7 to that, so it's a 17.
17. No problem. Your group is crossing without issue right now. Bodie, your turn.
Can I do athletics?
Of course. Either athletics or acrobatics is acceptable here, y'all.
At a 20.
And with Juniper getting a 24 with a 19 on
Lovely.
the die.
Uni.
The wild things, Juniper and Gideon included, managed to cross the first half of this lake, no problem. As the wind blows the snow over it, there's just that, light breeze of snow that dances across the icy surface. One more time. One more circuit. Otto, you're up, please.
$15 acrobatics.
15. You slip. Because for the second half, the DCs are just slightly higher. You slip and fall on your butt. No problem for you, However, as you impact, there is a as the ice beneath where you stepped cracks and fractures slightly. Not a hole,
Oh no.
but it is weakened now.
Hey everyone. Go around me,
Are you
okay? Go that way.
Hmm.
Can I help Wraught with her roll by, like, pulling on the rope a little bit and getting her close to me so that I can take some of her weight off?
You absolutely can. I don't know if I'll be able to give any better advantage than advantage for that.
I think when you try to sneak up, I'm gonna be like, no, stay back there, stay back there.
Oh no, but even giving tension on the rope. I don't need to grab you, but like some tension on the rope so it's not just you sitting there lax, but
Oh yeah, absolutely.
almost like tension between everybody to lift them a little bit.
Okay.
I'd like to use the rope once Otto is, has cracked the ice and is still sitting there. Can I maybe use the rope, and I'm gonna start to very slowly pull him using the rope back to me.
Of course. Just sliding
Okay.
across the ice.
Yeah, I'm just
slowly.
gonna throw him back from the crack.
Thank you.
Let's go around it.
Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle.
Okay. Next up.
Okay. Oh, it's my turn. Sorry.
Next up is Wraught. If you are still moving using your wings, you can still make it with advantage. Well, the first is a nat 1, so your second roll will be better.
17 for the second.
Can I tell you how good your advantage has been here? Because it previously got you a 15, which was meet to beat the first half DC. And it just got you a 17, which is meet to beat the second half top DC.
Can I, with that natural one that I somehow avoided, like, I could see my life flash before my eyes for 1 second where I almost put my hand down and I went, not there, not there.
100%, and it's such a good thing you avoided that spot. Kieren, you are
I
up.
have chills.
Gonna keep using acrobatics. That's a 12.
A 12? Okay. You follow behind Wraught. Your hooves start to slide apart like you're going into the splits, and as you try to catch your footing, it's one of those moments where you just kind of run in place on the ice for a second until you try to compensate, leaning back and right onto your butt. Where Kieren lands, Kieren falls through nearly a foot of ice into the most bracing water you have ever felt. Could you please make me an immediate Constitution saving throw, Kieren?
Do you want public or can I roll my dice?
For this one, either or. Thank you for asking.
14?
You keep your breath in your lungs, which is going to make the next little bit easier than if you had not. Because of the fact that you are tied to Wraught and Melon right behind you, I would imagine... Or what do the two of you do in response?
Oh, immediately. The immediate time I hear a crack, it's taut line as I can.
Could I get an athletics check from both of you, please?
Easy enough.
We're going to take the highest result here.
Don't worry about it, Joe. I got this.
There's no way I can
24.
beat him.
24?
17 plus
Yep.
7.
You manage to, just right as Kieren dunks in the water, just pull the rope, and between the two of you, it's one of those where the rope goes taut and there's just Kieren hanging in the air for a second, suspended between before getting deposited back onto the frozen lake. But you are soaked to the bone. This heavy clothing that you wore to keep you warm is now chilling you, is only making the cold worse as the wind blows to you the wet on your fur, on your skin, on your face. Ugh, not good.
He has been yelling profanity in various languages the whole time.
I understood
And
some
given
of
that
that.
he knows like 5 languages, it's a lot. What was that, Otto?
I understood some of that.
Motherfucker! And with that one, he starts to like cast prestidigitation on himself to try to dry himself off.
You can warm your clothes a little bit, but they're still wet. Prestidigitation doesn't dry, unfortunately.
Damn, I thought like with the clean and soil it might help, but I mean,
It's
I'll
not
take
dirty,
trying to warm
it's
my
wet.
skin. I'll try trying to warm my skin in various places,
Uh-huh.
even under the clothes.
So you can at least turn like the wet inside, which is also, fur lined to keep you warm, but you manage to at least turn that into warm water.
It's a sauna now.
But you're gonna have to keep doing that like every 6 seconds.
I'm gonna fall back because I can also do that with prestidigitation. Just doing the here's 1 square foot of warm, 1 square foot of warm, pat, pat, pat.
Hey, guess what? Your pores are gonna be nice and open at the time of this. After this.
My pores are all full of fur.
And we'll go around that too.
Oh yeah.
All right. Otto, Wraught, and Kieren, the 3 of you leading the train, start to shuffle around this broken part of ice and begin to try to cross the remaining just 10 or so feet. Melon, I need that.
I'm gonna
check from
get
you,
it
please.
even flatter than I can, and essentially use my claws to reach out in front, and then while sliding, pull myself forward to propel myself further as I can.
You're penguining it.
But trying to disperse as much as I can, as far away as I can, that the rope will allow from that current hole.
So, here's I want to offer you something as a reward for that cool description.
Oh, you don't need to offer me anything.
Oh, okay. Well, then take a luck
Negatively
point
impact me
instead.
if you can.
Well, what I was going to offer is you could have advantage on the roll, but because of the rocketing forward, it would give disadvantage to the person behind you as the rope snaps taut on them. Or you can simply...
You know how this. I'll compromise. I won't rocket forward, but I'll move forward like that so it doesn't impose disadvantage or something to
Love it.
negatively affect the
All
person
right.
behind me.
Make me that roll then.
Straight roll. Got it. Natural 20 for 27.
Oof, no problem. As you make your way across the final stretch, as your feet leave the frozen lake, Bodie just 10 feet behind you, and Juniper just 10 feet behind him. Bodie, could you make me that?
Yeah. Oh, hold on. Can I offer assistance by trying to pull them? If I've reached the other edge.
We can all pull if we've reached the shore.
The pull
I
doesn't
feel
really
like-
change the weight aspect, you know?
No, but if he lies on his belly, we could make him go like a
But-
shuttlecock.
I mean, the rope benefit has already shown itself, and it's when you all fall through. So I think at this point, Bodie, that's going to be a straight roll from you, please.
Okay.
Actually, take a plus
so
one for your friends helping pull you.
Just to be clear, there's some momentum moving forward, right?
Just a little, yeah.
Okay. Junie, boop and slide, and he's going to suck into his shell, to kind of give himself a little extra boost forward,
Okay. Make me that check, please.
sliding on his tummy. A 21, 22. You give me a plus one.
22. You suck your limbs into your shell after you go running, and you just use the momentum as you spin slightly from the centrifugal force, and you just land about a foot off of the frozen lake.
How is
It's
it that
all
I, as
correlated.
the rogue, am the one that has rolled the lowest.
And as you start to come out of your shell, Bodie, you all hear as Juniper, the ice cracks underneath her rear feet and she falls halfway into
fly.
the ice. As you cast
I
fly.
have to touch her.
Oh, do you run forward and do that?
If she's going through, I'll run.
Her rear legs fall into the ice, and her front legs are just scrabbling on the ice, trying to prevent herself from falling all the way in. You run forward. Could you please make me a athletics or acrobatics check of your own?
Still with advantage?
Are you running on all fours here? Because that's a little slower.
If I was already standing on them, I would go like that.
Sure.
I think it's probably
take
faster
it. Why
than
not?
dragging.
Take it.
$17.
With a 17, you manage to slide just the 10 feet across.
Throw my arms around her neck.
And as you do, she doesn't know that you have cast fly on her. But the ability to magically fly is the ability to will yourself to move in a particular direction, not limited by gravity or ground-based locomotion. And all Juniper wants right now is to not be in this water. And so as soon as you cast that, she rockets forward from the hole, just soaring overhead. Were you trying to be on her, Wraught?
No.
Okay.
I'm clinging. Handfuls of feathers.
So, and as Juniper...
I went at her from the front.
Mm-hmm.
I am hanging off of her front.
As Juniper rockets forward, she does a somersault in the air, and then drops down to the other side. Her bottom half is soaked, and she gives a shake of her fur, getting sending a spray of ice mist around you all. Take a luck point, Rob.
That was some quick thinking.
Thanks so much. I am currently under the owlbear, sandwiched between owlbear and snow. But at least I'm warm
Kieren,
here.
could you make me a Constitution saving throw with advantage, please? The advantage is coming from your use of prestidigitation to warm the inside a little bit.
I rolled a 3 and a 6, so I mean, it's a +2, so an 8 is my highest roll for that one.
You take a point of exhaustion.
Ah, okay.
As your body, even with the warmth, is and the energy it takes your body to keep itself warm in this moment is that exhaustion point.
Somebody, like a little red hand, pops out from under the snow. Get it off! Help! Lincoln!
And Bodie will scramble and excise from the snow. Scoop you up. Yeah, here you go. Dust your shoulders off. Yeah. Good as new.
I said we should leave it with the preschool teacher.
I
I said it was a bad idea to take the owlbear.
Yeah, you know, it was up to her. And kind of gives your nose a little bit. So, here we are. We gotta make the best of it. And you sure as shit did, didn't you?
She gives you just a nuzzle as you say this to her.
I was telling Wraught.
Oh, for some reason I thought you were talking to Juniper in that moment. Never mind. I can't say what
No,
Wraught
I was
does.
getting baby talked.
Yeah. You did make the best of that situation, did you?
I want someone else to make the best of the situation next time.
Hey, we're all doing our fucking best, and I'm proud of all of us. I'm proud of all of you. And it is fucking cold, so can we get our shit that way?
You're telling me!
Kai.
Why?
Come here.
Kai is rooted in the spot.
Oh. I'm gonna rip his hoofy woofies off of the ground, which is probably frozen to it by now.
Getting scruffed
And
like a
then-
cat.
Put him into the poncho pouch like where Wraught normally goes. So yeah, it's your heater time.
This is demeaning, but I appreciate it.
You went under. I remember how cold it was.
Otto, get in.
Yep.
Still here.
Ears just pop right up. Oh, okay. We are all present and accounted for. And he slaps his hand on Juniper. She trills a little.
Bodie, can I ride Juniper for a second? I'm gonna see if I can get her up high enough that I can scout a nice path or maybe see a cabin or something.
Oh, well, let me see. I don't have the thing, but I'm gonna do my best. Junie. And he's gonna put both of his hands on either side of her face and just eyes wide at her. Forehead touching. Junie.
Big owl big owl bear eyes just reflecting you as you are head to head.
Wraught is going to get on your back, and he's gonna slap his hand both hands on her back to kind of signal where Wraught would be sitting. If that's okay, and it's gonna ruffle underneath her chin. Gonna look at Wraught. I did the best I could. It's up to you now, and he is going to.
Hasn't everything been recently?
He's gonna gesture very broadly, like, look.
As you walk up to Juniper, Wraught, she turns her head and looks at you. And just a reminder, how tall are you?
If I'm standing on my feet, I am 5'3".
They're not super short, but even on four legs, she towers over you. And she looks at you as you approach, and then she turns to face you. As she turns to face you, do you keep approaching or do you stop?
I'm gonna stop. That thing could eat my neck.
Takes 3 steps to close the distance between you and her, and gives you a headbutt across your left shoulder, hard enough that you nearly lose your footing.
I just do. I do not weigh very much. I just fall over.
And as you fall over, like, you just take a little tumble face down, not like hurting anything, but you feel as you are then lifted from the ground as Juniper brings you back up to standing by scruffing you with her beak and lifting you back to your feet.
My frills!
Oh yeah, she'll do that.
I will admit,
So was
Melon
that
is
good?
on edge about this, and he's not happy and is looking almost ready to go.
Yeah, I think you
It's
did
fine.
it right.
It's fine. We're super best friends now. Uh-huh.
You're already good friends because she hasn't eaten you.
That's not
Go on.
encouraging.
No, it is encouraging. It's just a fact. It says you're on the good side. Why are we whispering? Get on up there.
I'm gonna look Juniper in the eye, and then I'm gonna like point to the sky and I'm gonna like spread my wings out and make flapping motions with them
Bodie's gonna mirror
before
your
I
flapping
climb
motion.
on her back. Very, very. I might need a boost.
And Bodie is gonna help you up. You're gonna offer his hand and his knee so that you have a way to climb up.
What a fucking gentleman.
As soon as you are seated on her back, you feel your stomach drop as she takes up into the
Tiniest
sky.
of screams going off and fading into the distance.
What were you wanting to do as you now soar above this endless expanse of white, of snow and ice and stone, your friends becoming smaller than insects beneath you, as you start to even get a few wisps of low-hanging cloud that you see whipping by your face.
Firstly, check for Jabberwockies.
Looking around, you don't see any Jabberwockies. No check necessary.
Yes,
no
we're good.
No Jabberwocks.
Good thing to know, though.
Very good
Apparently
thing to
I'm
know.
in this place.
Very good thing to know.
The ideal would be to see. I know that we're kind of heading vaguely towards the castle, but I want to see from a bird's eye view if I can see any towns, any cabins, any shelter, directions that we might be able to go to for safety, for shelter, for getting Kai warm.
Maybe-
So I want to chart a course.
If you wouldn't mind making a perception check, please. I'll give you advantage. You're in this sky.
It's a good thing I had advantage. That first one was a 4. The second one was an 18 plus 2 for a dirty 20.
It's a couple miles ahead. Based off of your travel pace, maybe between 3 and 5 hours. It's kind of hard to eyeball, and there are a lot of contributing factors. But you see a cabin in the distance. Very small from this far away, but you can make it out that it is clearly a structure. It's by itself. It's not part of a village. You don't see any other surrounding or any other buildings nearby. It's just kind of there by itself.
Okay, and the other thing I'd want to look for are herds of animals or large predators. So, yetis, polar bears, anything that we might run into
More
along the way.
wolves.
Or more wolves, and I don't mind trying to guide Juniper down by kind of like pushing on her feathers a little. I'm not trying to grab them and steer or anything. I'm just going to be like trying to guide her vaguely in the direction I want.
Make me an animal handling check, please, to guide an owl bear who has been able to finally tap into the owl part.
Funnily enough, it's a 17.
Heck yeah.
I know what it's like to be an animal.
Yeah, so you absolutely do. You manage to, you can't, like you said, directly control. It's gentle encouragement of like, ooh, what's that way? But you...
Maybe like mentally connect with her, I guess, using, my psychic ability to try to like, instead of, because I know she can't understand words, but I can kind of like give like the image of maybe going this way, just mentally vibe with the owl bear, I guess.
100%. You see, before you lower down, maybe about half a mile from, 3/4 of a mile from where your friends are below you. They aren't currently moving towards your friends, but you see a wolf pack. If you hadn't rolled a 20, their white fur would have entirely concealed them. But you notice them. You also notice herds of large elk, reindeer, but there isn't a lot that lives out here, and that those that do live out here tend to either exist on their own or in the safety of the herd and the pack. So you catch a glimpse of a few.
Can I send Juniper the somewhat naughty idea of swooping the wolf pack to drive it away from our friends? It's like this large predator coming out of the air, like snapping with the talons to try to spook him in the other direction.
100%. Fly lasts 10 minutes. So this will be one of the final acts you're able to do while the fly still lasts. But you send this idea into her head, just the image of them running before a flying owl bear, and you just hear this trumpeting trill as Juniper banks in the air, heading back the direction that the wolves were noticed. You see as the wolves scent the air before they spot her, but then as they see Juniper come soaring down towards them with a 17 on the die for her intimidation check, as a flying owl bear drops down towards them, they go running, and these high-pitched barks as they are signaling to their pack to flee and get the hell out of here, and you send them scattering the opposite direction of the lake.
And then quickly getting back to our friends before we crash.
Now,
Back under the owl bear.
I will say, Let me make a check for Juniper. Yep, there it is. Loves flying.
15 points of bludgeoning
super great
damage
at
to Wraught.
flying. She is not super great at landing. And so she does.
I will tuck and roll off that bitch.
Make me a deck save, and then we'll get to you, Melon.
11.
You manage to avoid any damage as she just almost craters. It's not too bad, but she did get a 9 on the die. It wasn't a pretty landing. So just like...
Does she go back legs overhead?
Oh, no, she does
I do.
2 full revolutions of a somersault as she impacts and just ends on her butt. And is just kind of sitting up, her front legs kind of tucked up in front of her, and just gives a... shakes her head to clear it for a second, and then drops down onto all fours with a bear-like happy groan.
I'm invisible under the snow. You just see her tail laying out of the hole that she made.
Melon?
So probably while Wraught was up in the air, I wanted to propose trying something. Can I use Lesser Restoration on Kai to help speed up the heating?
That's not what Lesser Restoration does. It
dang,
removes
I
diseases.
wanted to try that, see if it would work.
It doesn't...
It worked. Like that.
Unless my
No, it doesn't
memory's
remove
wrong.
exhaustion. Just like
At this point,
that's
like...
greater.
Yeah,
But no,
unfortunately, that's just
I was thinking
not
it's like
what-
trying to use it. Yeah, it was worth a shot.
Good ask. I take a luck point for asking.
Appreciate the thought.
Yeah, great thought, but unfortunately, that's just not quite what Lesser Restoration does. Speaking of, hey Kieren, while Kai is in the air, could you make me a Constitution saving throw with advantage? Do keep in mind, since you have a point of exhaustion, we are using the Unearthed Arcana 10-step exhaustion system. That is a -1 to your roll from what it would normally be.
Haha, 19 on the die, so I have a +2, but -1 would be a dirty 20.
Heck yeah, you do not gain an additional point of exhaustion. Wraught, you unbury yourself.
I'll dig myself for the second time today.
Juniper comes
Okay.
galloping over to you, Bodie, like an excited puppy, like full on rear legs off the ground when the front two are on the ground, and vice versa, just boom, 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 just galumphing over to you. So excited after having flown, just like does circles around you in high energy.
He's gonna match her energy and put both of his arms out and kind of wagging his head back and forth. Yeah, I saw it. You were up there. You're so high, so fat. Yeah, you did it. And then he's gonna like kind of barrel his chest into her, not in an aggressive way, but obviously in like a wrestle kind of way. And it just be like, yeah, you did it, and ruffle under her chin, ruffle on top of her head. You did it. So good. So good. And he's just gonna bury his face, take a big deep inhale, and appreciate the heat from his own breath that kind of falls away from her feathers and envelops his face. And he kind of takes in this moment of gratefulness, not just for the heat, but for his friend being right here. Everyone he needs is right here. And he kind of pulls away. God, so good. And is going to point over at Wraught. So good.
I kind of feel like a dog now.
No, you're so good. Come here, Wraught.
Yeah,
Come
sure.
here.
Give me a treat, Bodie. Come on, throw me a treat.
Just kidding. I don't have anything. I would never lie to you.
Kieren, and quick out of character aside, Mav, do you need to go flush your eye, my dude?
I'm good.
You sure?
I got it out.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it out. It's just draining
It looks
now.
pretty bad.
Yeah,
I'm
like
good.
if you need to go flush
Pretty
it,
bad.
man.
we need to take like 2 minutes?
All right, I'll do
5
that.
minutes?
I'll go do that.
Yeah.
Be
All right,
back.
cool. We'll take 2 minutes so our man can get whatever is bothering him out of his eye. We'll be right back, y'all.
It's a medical break.
All right, we back. Eyes are flushed. We got all that. So we had just
Medical
left.
emergency averted.
It's still leaking a little, but that happens. We had just left with after Bodie and Juniper's little celebratory moment. Kieren?
Because Kai is a creature of opportunity, he was looking at the worm jar earlier. From still bundled in the cloak, like you can see his,
Poncho.
stupid little goat eyes, sticking out from the hole. He's still gonna slowly pull out the worm jar and to aim it at Bodie to see what this absolute joy, ecstatic, and love color looks like.
So I think as you pull it out, they're almost...
Oh yeah, he absolutely wants to see what his color looks like, of anger and irritation.
As you pull out the flask of these worms, they are a dark red. And as you kind of walk over and hold them nearer to Bodie and Juniper...
Oh, no, I'm not getting out of the poncho if Melon gets closer.
Yeah, still on my pack. You can, sir. If Kai
I'll steer him
reigns,
like Ratatouille.
you can rein me. Just direct me that way.
Okay. As you get the jar near to Bodie and Juniper, the glowing worms in this flask closest to Juniper and Bodie grow bright yellow. Vibrant, so bright.
So I've seen purple, yellow, and red so far. Excellent.
Not to interrupt this touching, weird worm moment, we scared off some wolves. You're welcome, you're welcome. And there's a cabin if we hoof it, no pun intended, about 3 hours in that direction.
Well, fucking for you can't stay out here forever, even with these fancy boots. And he sticks his foot out and he rocks it from side to side and points at it with both hands.
I've got an idea. Can I try something kind of weird that might help Kai?
Sure.
I have something called chromatic warding that I can use once per long rest, and it makes me immune to fire.
Mm-hmm.
If I take my wings and kind of shell myself up like Night on Bald Mountain kind of thing, and use my own dragon breath inside there to superheat myself while chromatic warding is on so I don't take damage from my own fire breath, can I use it to wrap Kai up in superheated dragon flesh to help dry his clothes?
I love this idea of essentially temporarily turning yourself into an iron.
I want to be an oven.
Yeah, I'm okay with this. I'm absolutely okay with this interpretation. You could superheat yourself to give a little bit of dryness that would make it so that Kieren at this point is no longer making saving throws for exhaustion. All I ask is that you paint me the picture.
As Bodie's praising Juniper and everything, and I've told him about the cabin, I'm going to start stamping my feet and rubbing my hands together. And then I look at my fingers, I rub them together a little more. And I look at where Kai is under Melon's sweater, all soaking wet. I go, okay, give me a second. And I'm going to take my wings and I wrap them up around myself in a dome. And I lock it shut by clenching my little hands up at the top. So I'm just like a mostly closed umbrella. And then you hear this bellowing roar from the inside, and through the membrane of her wings, you can see shimmering with red and yellow magic. It becomes like a lantern from the inside. So you can actually see her body illuminated through her own wings as she's breathing this huge amount of fire down into this tiny little space that she's created. And it lights up like a torch. And then it slowly dies down as she breathes out, and she's steaming, and the snow around her is all melted. And then a little hand reaches out from the crack in her wings, and she makes grabby hands over it where Kai is. Grabs him.
Grab Kai out from underneath and just toss him in there.
And getting scruffed a lot
you
today.
right on in. And it's hot. It's desert hot in here. And she starts to steam you. She's holding on, and she's hot. She's extremely boiling hot.
It smells like gyros now.
It's a really weird thing.
Wait, sorry, goat versus lamb.
It's a really weird thing to go from shivering
Curry goat.
in cold to sweating from heat in such a short period of time. But that is exactly what happens as you go from extreme temperature to extreme temperature. By the time you step out of this...
1, you're being very kind today. It's very strange. 2, sweat also kills you in the cold, so I'm going to have to use a lot of prestidigitation here in a second.
I can help with that. Prestidigitation.
Now we can clean off the sweat.
That's true. By the time you step out of this dragonborn sauna, your clothes are not totally dry by any extent of the imagination, but dry enough and warm enough that unless something else happens, you won't have to continue making those exhaustion saving throws.
I need a nap now.
Do you all continue along?
Wow.
Yep.
Or we
3
stay
hours.
here?
You can make that.
Yeah, we'll probably continue out, but I'll put Wraught in the poncho pouch now. Because Wrought's tired.
Otto, do you like walking or do you want to be held?
I like
I'm
walking.
only asking. Okay, cool. Nothing I needed or anything. You walk, my guy. Yeah.
Lead the way, our small-footed friend.
Thank you.
You all continue your travels trudging away from this frozen lake. Travel for about another 2 hours or so. And as you're working your way through this snowy landscape, unlike where you entered Yon, here we are actually having some relatively decent snow accumulation. Not just a few inches. It is close to a foot or taller in some areas. So now we're really traveling through the snow. You are relentlessly being pelted by heavy flakes of snow, so heavy that they feel like tiny chunks of ice sometimes. Gusts of biting wind that seem to cut right through your thick layers of clothing and equipment.
Hey, Otto. Let me take the lead. I can trudge a path.
Okay.
You for the last hour and a half, 2 hours. So I got this.
Okay, thank you.
I get the general sense of where we're going. I'm gonna keep us on that track and trudge a path for the others.
Absolutely. About another 5 minutes of walking after you take the lead, Melon, and the visibility of the way you're going begins to quickly disappear as a full blizzard begins to take shape around you all.
We should tie ourselves back together.
Okay. Gives the rope. Can barely see in front of him. Almost.
I'll take it. I'll hand it to Wraught. Wraught can tie off because Wraught is on my back and doesn't have to worry about that. And then just continue down the line and try and keep as close as possible. It's like break out bedrolls and bed sheets and anything like that, and just wrap people up as needed.
It's tough going.
We can't stop here. Our best bet is that cabin.
Oh no, we're
Otherwise we're gonna be
continuing
buried
on, but
alive.
it's wrapping continued up so they stay a little warmer.
Once in a while, using prestidigitation to warm up people's gloves and their sweaters, as much as you can.
Seeing how bad it's getting, Otto kind of just flexes his hands and activates cantrip fire claws. So now his hands are warm and hot, and he will be okay. He just has to do it every so often. That's about it.
Do they glow? Do we see? Do we
Oh,
see
yes.
the steam?
Yeah, pretty much.
Sick. Hot hands.
And on my feet too, cause fire claws. I got clothes on my feet.
So when you walk, it goes.
Yep.
Sick.
Check that one really quick. Fire claws. Okay. There's an interesting thing. As this whiteout fully sets in, as you all are being pelted by snow and small bits of what almost feels like hail, the visibility around you drops to, has nothing to do with dark vision. Farthest you can see is 30 feet away from you. And just continuing to move through this, mechanically, you all would have to, if you were concentrating on a spell, would have to make a concentration check every round to avoid not losing your concentration in this. So as you're using fire claws, you have it, and then you'll just lose your focus on it and have to re-summon them up. Wraught, you know for a fact you have a couple hours of, or at least another hour of travel through this blizzard in front of you all.
Yeah, and I can't even use mold earth to give us steady footing because I have to be able to see stone or earth, and this is snow. So I don't think I can
You could in
use
some
it to give us a
places.
stronger...
You could in some places as you're traveling, absolutely, if you see some, change a bit of earth from slightly sloped to flatter so that people have easier going, but it doesn't negate the...
Yeah, I'll be doing that to help us with, difficult terrain at the very least.
Melon?
Here in this still an hour of travel, do we pass by any frostbitten, like, dead tree style things?
There are a few skeletal trees or hardy bushes that you pass, yeah.
Good enough for me. That's what I need, just some tree.
Okay.
I need us to gather around the tree. It's like, alright, this is gonna hurt. I am going to do...
As
thing
Melon
I
says that, you
did.
just hear in your head, Bodie, Maester, what is going to hurt? We did not approve of this.
That thing I did for the... where is it? Where's it gone now? Oh, it's gone.
You can
now.
meld
It's
into the tree meld.
gone.
or
No,
whatever
it's gone
called.
now.
Oh.
Never mind.
We rewind.
Why are we in front of this dead tree, Melon?
Wait, nope, it's still there. It's still there. Found it. It's a 3rd level, that's why. Alright. Wraught, I'm sorry. I'm gonna take right out of the poncho pouch. I'm gonna meld into the tree.
We see as Melon just focuses and steps into this tree.
If I had a nickel for every time we were tied together while Melon did the tree merge, I'd have 2. Sorry, not coppers. If I had a copper for every time that happened to have 2 coppers, which is very strange.
Can't use the same joke twice in the session.
Yeah.
When it was in game, when
Well,
it
that's
was
all right,
in
fair.
live.
One was in
Every
game.
time that they-
One was in world. That's fair.
A knock on the tree. Melon, you good in there, bud?
It's gonna take a second, but then you hear a rumbling as the roots dig themselves out of the ground, and you see this tree starting to shake itself. And then some of the upper branches, what's left, reach down to try and offer you all somewhere to grab onto and sit, as the rest try and cocoon around what they can to try and block the wind.
All aboard the Melon Express. I climb on.
But it's the strongest branches that I can find to also support Juniper.
Juniper probably would not
right?
break this tree. If I'm being
Juniper's not
real,
bothered by this shit.
Juniper
He's
would break the
walking.
tree. But yeah, we see as Melon, now subsumed inside of this tree, begins to allow some of you to climb up on his branches and boughs while continuing to forge ahead through
the
this
next-
heavy blizzard.
Yeah, for the next hour, he's gonna try and trudge as fast and as hard as he can in this tree form, trying to use what branches are left to try and protect everyone else. 'Cause it's getting rough.
Could everyone make me a group survival check with advantage because of Melon's tree meld?
$19.
22.
18. Thank you for advantage.
17.
12.
Alright. You all manage to, because of the fact that Melon is now this easy to keep sight of walking tree, you manage to not get separated at any point through the blizzard as you were traveling together. But it is a brutal couple hours of travel. The wind
I
bites.
got 1 hour of this.
Well, it helps for the first hour. And then after the first hour,
You know, guys, it's super crazy riding a fucking tree.
after the first hour, the tree just suddenly stops, and Melon is just, like, because you were in the process of walking, when the spell kind of stopped, Melon, you just kind of walk forward from it, and it takes you a second to realize you're not in the tree.
It's worse than that. Close to the end of it, I need to eject everyone off of the tree and fucking book it away from everyone. Because this can go poorly. At the end of it, I have to make a Constitution saving throw. Or if I fail, it's basically fireball.
Oh, that's
on
true.
me.
Yep. So as you shake everyone off and you see this tree just go running about 10 feet ahead,
Wow.
con save, please.
Coming up.
Wait a minute, we're still tied together.
No, I deposited you off. That's a 16 plus 2, 18.
Okay.
Fine. Fireball.
Yeah, you managed to just kind of step forward from the tree as you were running. No fire, no flame. And about an hour after Melon is no longer a tree, visibility has been terrible. There is the tiniest, most temporary break in the blizzard that lets you see, in the distance, a cabin. You've managed to navigate fairly well that direction, even in the blizzard, but you've gone a little off track. It's not directly in front of you, it's off to the left. But, as you all see it, gather your strength for a final push. You all hustle. And eventually, through the heavy wind and snow, the small cabin comes into view, and with it, the possibility of respite from this raging blizzard.
Kick that door in.
You all
No!
You all
Knock!
go running to it, and you notice that there is a damaged wooden walkway that surrounds the front of the structure, because it is built a little on the side of a hill, so it has stilts, so you have to climb up some rotted steps to get to the front door. The door is closed. There is a very... all of you make me a perception check.
No.
Perceive?
4.
Shenanigans.
Oh, and
14.
because of the blizzard, I do also need disadvantage, so that's only going to be relevant to Otto, who rolled a 14.
I rolled 12.
So-
Yeah,
I rolled 18 with my add 2 of my luck points.
I rolled 12.
So-
yeah.
I rolled 18 with my add 2 of my luck points to make it a dirty 20.
I still need it with disadvantage
I rolled a 2 twice.
because of the blizzard.
That's cool, because I rolled a nat. I rolled
Another
a nat
10,
one.
so it's the same.
Okay, cool.
I rolled a nat one.
Then,
Let's go.
Kieren, you get
Icicle.
the faintest smell of a fire. Very little, just something recently burning in this general area. And you catch a very tiny amount of orange light inside the cabin. When I say tiny, I mean less than a candle.
As soon as he smells this, he's gonna throw his arms out like he's trying to tame velociraptors and be like, blah, 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 blah. Cabin's not abandoned. Also, like, rules of Feywild or whatever shit, not to be rude to hosts, because this is technically a house and we know what happened last time. So, you know. Otto's right, maybe knock.
Behavior.
One other thing that you notice, Kieren, is that though the door is closed, you can see that it had been previously broken open at some point based off of the splinters from around the latch area where it looks like someone lowered a shoulder into it and broke it open and then shut it back again.
Maybe they lost their keys. I'm not risking it.
You knock?
Perhaps the Witchlight Monarch should knock. Oh, never mind. I was closest. I will knock then.
No answer. Just the howling wind.
Hello?
Knock, knock.
We're seeking refuge from all of this. We see the door's been broken open. Can we
We'd
come
be
in?
happy to share provisions.
No answer from outside.
Okay, well we're
coming
coming
in. Pushes in, wants to get out of the cold.
You open the
Can I
door.
check for traps on the door?
Make me an investigation check.
Oops. Well,
Actually, no. That
Right
would
before you
that
do,
would
sorry.
be that would be with your previous perception check. You do not notice any sign of traps. Bodie.
we're in there, right? I mean, we're in there
You
now,
all-
right? No wind on our face.
As you unlatch the door, the wind
Please,
of the
damn.
blizzard catches it and slams it open inward. Wind and snow go pouring in as you all step inside.
Oh, close it! Close it!
The floorboards in here creak under your weight as you all step in. And the furniture in this main room, this is a multi-room cabin, but there is one large main room. The furniture in here is in disarray. Looks like it hasn't been someone's home in a long time. One of the windows, the one facing to the west, so the one you couldn't see as you were coming up the wooden walkway, has been broken. And so there is a small amount of snow that is collected in here. You also notice, and Kieren, you notice this first, but the rest of you are able to as well. In the fireplace in here, there is a book that looks like it has been very recently burned. There are also a number of, there are 2 doors that connect off of this main room and a short hallway that leads to 2 more.
Should we split up and check the rooms? There might be supplies or non-wet clothes.
Search for clues. Wraught, you gonna get that book? That looks like a conspicuous book.
Sure, I'll get the book. I'll scoop it
Will
up
you with me?
gently.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Bodie and I will probably very slowly and cautiously start checking the house.
Okay. The 2 of you will check the...
Not stealthily.
You said stealthily?
Not stealthily.
Oh, not yeah. I would imagine after
cautiously.
loud entrances, stealthing might not matter. The 2 of you head to the first door on the left that you see. It opens to a storage room packed with old supplies. There's a set of barrels, and in there, next to the barrels, there's a rat who seems to have been maybe froze to death, starved to death. Just a small body of a rat in there.
Ratsicle.
There are also hanging from hooks on the walls here. There is an additional heavy winter coat, fur-lined pants in here. There might be a few other supplies in here amongst the junk if you want to go through it, but that's what you see as you first step in here. Wraught, as you grab the book, could you make me an investigation check?
18.
18. It's a journal. Very clearly. And like I said, seems to have been burned pretty recently and fairly effectively. Most of the pages have gone to ash or are charred so badly with the ash that they are illegible. You're able to make out 5 sections from the journal, however. I'm sending them to you right now.
I'm gonna be looking over these. I'm gonna go, Kai, you were, did you think somebody was in here? You made a face before we came in.
Yeah, I smelled the fire and saw some light, but if the journal was burned recently, that would probably do it. But somebody would have to set that on fire, so... You know. Can I use detect magic?
Yeah. Use detect magic.
I kind of want to see if there's anything around other than what we're wearing. Like if...
Nothing pings on your
No.
awareness.
This mentions somebody named Arya. And the Jabberwock. And someone else named Zybilna.
We know Zybilna.
Zybilna. Oh my gosh. Somehow I forgot why we were here.
I forget it all the time.
Whoever wrote this knows something. We need to figure out who wrote this. This is important.
Ethan, are Bodie and I getting to the second room now?
The second room here, as you...
Probably knocking before entering.
Okay. As you knock before entering, no answer. You open the door. The room that you enter is a study. Or the room that you open the door to is a study. There are a lot of things of note about it. But none of those things really catches your attention because behind an overturned bookcase, you are greeted with the sound of a tautly drawn bow and an arrow pointed right towards the two of you as you step in, and you see a Winter Eladrin. You're not gonna fucking get me! And that's where we will pick up next time. Great session, everybody! Woohoo!
Damn!
We're in the thick of it now, y'all. Thank you all so much for being here for session 60 of the Wild Beyond. We are going to have there was something that could have happened this session, but ended up, it'll get pushed to next session, so, probably. Who knows with this group. But very soon we should be,
I thought we stayed on track really well this time.
No, that's not an insult at all, but
Oh,
this
quick,
blank square...
Bail into a side quest.
This blank square may not be so blank for long. So, before we go anywhere, I want to give these wonderful individuals an opportunity to let you know where you can find them, and then we're going to raid. So, Mav, why don't you lead us off, my man?
Hey everyone, it's your favorite black guy on the internet here. You can find me here at Digital Clubhouse TV, here on Twitch, playing all the games. I currently started Borderlands 4 today with the homies. So that'll be my Saturday game until we finish it. But you can join me again tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where me and the homies are playing some game that we're playing tomorrow. We don't know what we're playing tomorrow, but
that Cheese Down the Hill game.
no, we do like co-op games on Sundays and stuff. But on Wednesday, I will be starting Alan Wake 2. So there's that.
Check out his channel.
And you can find me here.
Lots of cool games, and he is in every ongoing campaign here. The only player in all 3 currently. Joe!
Hi guys, do you like super shiny dice? Just like all of these that dropped one, not that one. You can find them at my Etsy shop, Terrible Trio Crafts. They're all handmade, nothing involved from China. I do them in my living room. And they were rolling very well, except when they were rolling 2s and 1s for me tonight, which happened like 4 times.
They roll great,
I don't know
except
if
when
that's
they
a very good
don't.
endorsement. Except when they want to tell a story, and the story says you rolled a 2 twice.
Damn right. Morgan.
Please don't look for me.
Easy enough. Sarah!
Same. The government keeps me too busy for having much of an online presence right now. That might change in the future, but right now, I only got home at midnight tonight.
I just give you all the opportunity to shout out. If there's nothing to shout out, or you don't want him to, that's fine. Lauren, bring us home.
I'm everywhere.
Yeah.
1000 Faces Cosplay and 95% Lauren. That's it. Okay, bye.
And I am Ethan. You can find me online as 1000 Faces Cosplay or the Buff DM, depending on which type of content you're looking for. Thank you all so much for being here for session 60 of this story. Incredible! Let's go ahead and get a raid
Creep
started.
ever closer to 69.
We're gonna get there. It's gonna be nice.
Not even closer to 400.
We have a raid going until we see you all next time, friends, which won't be for a little while. Because we got some birthdays and events coming up and all of that. But the next time you'll see us on this channel streaming TTRPGs will be a week from Tuesday for City of the Crimson Tower. But we also may have some video game streams in between now and then, so please follow along so you get those announcements. Until we see you next time, friends, it's a tough time out there for a hell of a lot of reasons. So maybe play a fun TTRPG game with your friends. Play a video game with your friends. Read a book. Pet a dog. Touch some grass, drink some water, do something that's good for you, because you deserve it, you need it. Until we see you next time, friends, take care of yourselves and stay wild. Bye, everybody.